Over the past 3 years, the global economy has experienced enormous disruption, prompting the need for the United States to diversify its supply chain, both for economic and national security reasons, which brings us to H.R. 4768, No Russian Agriculture Act. While there are a number of factors that have contributed to the near record level of prices of global agricultural commodities, the war in Ukraine has further disrupted global agricultural markets, global food security, and nutrition. Despite my home state of Iowa being far from the front lines of battle in Eastern Europe today, the effects of war in Ukraine are rippling across the fields of the Midwest. It is notable that when Russia first invaded Ukraine, not only did it strike population targets, but it focused on striking fertilizer that provided food for the rest of the world to be able to survive. For decades, Russia has been a prominent player in the agricultural sector, serving as a major producer of key fertilizer nutrition. Farmers in the United States who were already absorbing an increased price due to the pandemic-related factors saw fertilizer prices climb more than 40% in the month after the fighting began with Ukraine, reaching a record high. To ensure its own domestic food security, Moscow imposed export taxes and quotas. In another overt action to threaten global food supplies, Russia withdrew from the Black Sea Grain Initiative, exacerbating uncertainty, disruption in the regional grain field, and the fertilizer trade, including its most recent decision to send drone strikes on grain silos throughout Odessa. The ripple effects of Russia's decision to reach far beyond the borders of the Black Sea region, the global economy is interconnected, and disruptions in one region certainly reverberate across the world. To be clear, failure to diversify our own supply chain and continued reliance on countries like Russia for key inputs will result in ongoing long-term disruptions that put farmers across the United States, including Iowa row croppers, at risk. Simply stated, Moscow's willingness to weaponize agricultural trade makes the need to diversify and de-risk the global supply chain from Russia even more essential. The United States agricultural sector does not want, nor should it be, reliant on foreign adversaries. International financing institutions, the IFIs, can play a pivotal role in responding to and addressing these challenges. And that is why joining Ranking Member Waters in introducing the No Russia Agriculture Act to decrease reliance on Russian agricultural commodities and inputs and ensures a resilience of our global grain supplies. The benefits of this legislation are twofold. First, it encourages the international financing institutions to provide financial and technical assistance to cultivate agricultural sectors in developing countries, including through improvement in vital infrastructure like rural roads, irrigation, and mechanization. Second, this legislation underscores how reducing U.S. dependence on Russia requires a strong backing for our farmers and our agricultural businesses right here in the United States. While the United States does not borrow from developed banks or any serious strategy against Russia recognizes the need for a robust food production in both the developing and developed countries alike. Resilience must be our watchword, particularly when it comes to the food supply meant to support U.S. agriculture. Food security is indeed national security. I thank you, Ranking Member Waters, for your service, for your leadership, and your co-lead on this important legislation. I urge my colleagues to support passage, and I yield back the balance of my time.